daydreaming was now over. Plans now had to be finalized, and we were to be betrothed. Betrothal was the first part of our wedding ceremonies. It was what you would call being engaged. That was a private arrangement, whereas the wedding ceremony was a public part. After the formality of becoming engaged, which involved promises by the parents to each other, making it legally binding, we each returned to our parents' homes. We didn't live together yet. That came after the wedding ceremony. No trial marriages in our culture. On the wedding day itself, I was taken with friends from my home to the home of my future husband. He came out, still according to tradition, with his friends and brothers to meet me. They were all making a heck of a noise with tambourines and musicians playing. We were then carried to the wedding place on separate litters until the two processions met there, and I was then placed on my betrothed litter. Then the wedding ceremony and feasting and drinking really began. You couldn't hear yourself speak. And then there were toasts. To life, Lafayette, Lafayette, to life. If you've been lucky, then Monday was worse than Sunday was. Bring Lafayette to life, Lafayette, Lafayette, Lafayette to life. One day it's honey and raisin cake, next day a stomachache. Bring Lafayette to life. All great men have written words of wisdom to be used when hardship must be faced. Life obliges us with hardship, so the words of wisdom will not go to waste. To us in our good fortune, be happy, be healthy, love life. And if good fortune never comes, here's to whatever comes. Bring Lafayette to life. All through this, I was veiled, and had to remain so till after my husband and I had spent our first night together. That was the custom, strange as it may seem to modern folk. But it can help to understand how Laban, for instance, was able to trick Jacob and give him the wrong daughter as his bride. Remember that story? But as for me, I was happy with my marriage, and love became a real part of our lives as a new family. By now, I had passed from my father's authority to that of my husband. And I did something now, however, that many foreign wives may not have done. I converted to the religion of my husband and his family. I actually became a Jew. Now, that was something I'm sure would have meant one less worry for the family, and would have made them feel less embarrassed talking about me back home. And I need to say that the family never pressured me into changing my religion. I did it out of love, and maybe out of a sense of duty to my new family. It really made for a different way of thinking and feeling and doing. To be honest with you, having to worship so many different gods as we had to growing up had really been confusing. A real pain. It never made any sense to me. Now there was just the one true God, Yahweh. And I could burst into song and join with my new family as they worshipped through psalms, singing. It felt good. I had learned the tune and the words by then. Oh, sing a new song to the Lord, sing to the Lord, sing all the earth. But our marriage bliss didn't last very long. First, our father-in-law died, and then Orpah and I became widows, all in a short space of time. Our grief became unbearable, but we had to do what was required of us. We had to prepare each body promptly for burial, as required by law. Unlike now, we had no funeral directors to take care of everything, and it was costly, scary, and devastating for us three widows. We were all in mourning, of course, but Naomi was the most distressed. Orpah and I were young, and there was always the possibility we could start all over. For Naomi, however, it seemed that everything was done.